The parable of the prodigal son is often thought to be about the younger son who went back home, was received in love, had his offenses forgiven, and even had a celebration organized for him. But in this parable, Jesus seems also to be setting a little test for his listeners, and maybe for you and I as well. The listeners were the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, who, offended, were muttering about Jesus, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." The elder brother in the story, the one who stayed at home doing his duty, was offended and angry because of the lavish party that his father had organized to celebrate the return of the wasteful, abusive younger son. The elder brother was angry and resentful even though he knew that everything the father had belonged to him. Did he finally go to the party? Jesus didn't tell us, maybe deliberately as a test, so that each of his listeners could privately make up their own mind. Would you go to the party and celebrate? Would I? This is Jesus' little test. Maybe I would be offended and angry. In that case, I am still a slave to my ordinary self and its usual tendencies: anger, envy, a limited view of the world, and a preoccupation with my own interests. In that case, I failed the test, because Jesus' little story has shown me that my spiritual transformation is still blocked. The transformation is the one that Jesus keeps trying to persuade us to undertake. Notice and then give up my ordinary self and its tendencies and thoughts and emotions. Trust God. Permit God to dwell inside me. Don't be judgmental. Judge not, and you shall not be judged. Don't walk around with a measuring stick to measure what is due to me and to others. Celebrate the glorious abundance of God's kingdom. This abundance was the lesson of another parable of Jesus, the one about the landowner who gave the same wage to workers, even if they worked only a little time in the fields. If I pass Jesus' little test, I already know all this abundance belongs to me, at the deep level at which God is already within me, seeing through my eyes. If I did not pass Jesus' little test, then surely it is I who needs to throw myself at the feet of the merciful, loving Father.